Alright guys, so this is episode 4 of the $10 to $1,000 challenge. As you can see, I had my pending order placed on Euro USD. On US 30. Yeah, on US 30. So real quick, I saw this breakout of market structure, and I was looking for price to retrace into an F order block. As you can see, at this point there's an order block here. Price moved up, and I didn't use the other block as my entry. I used it as my area of value. So I had to use this fair value gap here to get in on this trade. So this is the order block on the London section, and I used this fair value gap still on the same 1 minute or 3 minute time frame to get in on this trade. So I was using the 3 minutes and the 1 minute time frame to get my entry. So you can see there's an order block here. This indicator I'll be making a video showing you guys how to use this indicator and how I set it up. It's a supply and demand indicator that helps me find supply and demand in the market, and this one is also a fair value gap indicator that I use in trading. These indicators are nothing special. It's just a fair value gap indicator and an order block indicator. So there's nothing much, there's no magic to it. It's just an indicator that helps me find order block, supply and demand, and FVG in the market. So I had my pending order set here. I had my 1-to-1 for my break even. I usually like to move my stop loss to break even at 1-to-1 on every trade I take. So I was obviously waiting for price to trigger me in at this point at I think at 32569.17 or so. So you can see there's clearly an FVG there, and the price is retracing. So I was waiting for price to trigger me in. Quickly, I had to set my position size. I use this site. I'm going to show you guys real quick. There's a site I use to set my position size on every trade I take, because when you manually try to do it yourself, you end up, I usually end up making some mistakes. So that's why I like to use this external site to help me calculate my size, my lot size. So real quick, this is the site. I will drop the link to the site if you want, or you can just search for position size calculator on your browser, and it's going to show you any site work. I just like this one more. So I set, as you can see, at this point we got triggered in, but on MT5 I wasn't triggered in. So I realized that I made a mistake with my entry number. So I had to fix that up and get it all done. So the way I trade is, in quick simple explanation, is just like, guys, I look for a breakout in the London session and wait for an order block to be retested, and I get in on the order block, or maybe sometimes I get in on with an FVG. I was looking at this break and retest. There's a break and retest of market structure. Price came back and triggered me in. So you can see price is retracing. I want to see this price, take me in on this trade, and I like to take a 1-to-2 on every trade I take. So kind of like a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio on all my trades. As you can see, on Tradingview I got triggered in, but on MT5 I wasn't sure. So you can see on MT5 I wasn't triggered in. So this is clearly getting on my nerve right now, guys. I'm incredibly pissed off, because I'm like, what's happening? Because I've been triggered in like twice, but on Tradingview, but on MT5 it's not showing. It's showing otherwise. So I had to adjust my my entry a little bit, so I could get a little bit of a quicker entry. I was planning to manually take this trade if I don't get triggered in, but when I checked, I already got triggered in, so I just had to let that pass. I was risking $462 on that trade, and you can see price is going against me real quick. But as a trader, I understand that price is not going to trigger me in and just move up straight. So I had to just give price its time to do whatever it wants to do. So I got triggered in, and say price just gave this strong rejection. So this was proof of concept to me that price is definitely going to end up hitting my take profits. But guys, I was watching one news on the US one US news, so I was kind of like being a little bit skeptical of leaving my trade open at this point. So as you can see, price is going real quick in my favor, guys. I was waiting for price to trigger me in for a break even, so I just quickly moved my stop loss and break even and secure this trade. So I was honestly, I think I manually closed this trade because the time for the news was getting really close. I'm like, well, should I just let this trade run? Because guys, I'm already at break even. Worst case, I end up with a break even trade. But I wanted to just secure some profit because I needed some money to do some things. So I just had to wait for price to move up. I was like, well, if price goes like 1-to-1, I'll move my stop loss and break even. And if price hits 1-to-1 again, because prices, as you can clearly see, prices at least I would say this is around 0.5%. So if price goes like 1-to-1 again, I will close the trade because I was seeing some market news and all those other stuff. So I'm like, well, let me see what price does, and I'm definitely going to close the trade. So at this point, I was up around $431. Then I closed this trade. I just had to end this trade because, guys, I wanted to be on the safer side. I just didn't want those news movements to just destroy me out of the market. So you can see for this week I've been winning straight up. I've been on a winning streak,